And the things which they wanted were like Asuka, I think, which is the redheaded girl, never got her moment in the sun. Like never. I mean, it was always coming in behind the main character in a fight. Never, like it was always just like every single thing said she should be better than he is, and she just couldn't freaking win.
Right.
And so you have this point where she gets in this fight with these really bad ass Avas, like beyond anything that they've seen before. And she's fighting and fighting, and she hits this moment of understanding where she finally gets how it was that Renji something, the main character, was always able to win. Like she connects with her Ava on a level that she's never done before, and she just owns. Her mech is completely shredded. And all 3 or 4 of them are powered down. She's won. She finally won. And so she's exultant in this moment, and then they all just power back up and murder her.
Was that what the fans wanted?
No, most of the fans were not pleased with this turn of events. Right. And then it is determined at the end of the film that the ultimate source of all human suffering is the separation that exists between people. If everyone could experience everything that everyone else experiences, then no one would be mean to anybody else. There would be no problems because hurting someone else would hurt you. So, obviously, the way that this is manifest is that everyone turns into goo in a big puddle. So everyone's all together all the time. Except for the main character, who is so utterly incapable of connecting with other people that he's not part of it. Okay, I'm going to repeat this. Out of 6+ billion people on the planet, this one douchebag is so specially retarded that he could not join with the go.
Okay,
so I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
I'll do in a second. Okay. So, because he's kind of lonely, even though he can't connect with people, he calls back the girl that he likes, which is like the redhead maybe, and then strangles her to death.
So, you said you had friends who thought this was genius. Did they think
They didn't. I don't think they actually liked the ending all that well.
The ending was genius, or was it just everything leading up?
It was mostly that. It was mostly the symbolism built into it. Even though I'm not. I mean, I haven't seen the show. Right. I've only heard it described to me like by 10 different people in great detail. Which is one of the reasons I haven't seen the show. It's like, yeah, everything I'm hearing says I have other things I could be watching.
Right.
But like, it's just it's weird and it's kind of cool, and weird and kind of cool has a lot of cachet.
Yeah.
I read a book called The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. It's pretty good. It's 1,000 pages. Probably only needs to be about 500 pages to 750 pages.
So you did get done with it?
Oh yeah, I finished it. In the very last chapter of the book, there's a point where this guy named Wit is talking to a random group of guardsmen in a little citadel somewhere. Well, within the book, specifically within, I think, Voron's society, people with light eyes are like the rulers. Like just having light eyes, you are above people with dark eyes.
Right.
It's like, all right,
Yeah.
and there's a commentary throughout the book that this is not, you know, like not everywhere on the planet is this how rulers are chosen.
Right.
But they point out, but it's like it's as fair as any other method. It's horribly unfair.
Right.
But people that get in charge tend to stay in charge. That's
Right.
just the way it is. Like, all right. Well, this guy, Wit, is sitting there and he's talking to these guys. Well, he's a light eye.
Mm-hmm.
And the guards are dark eyes. And so he just sort of randomly sits down and just starts talking. And they're kind of like, what is happening? Why? Why is this guy talking to us? They have no idea who he is. But he outranks them just by dint of his eye color.
Right.
So they're just kind of like, all right. So he talks and talks. But what he comes down to is that at one point he talks to some scholars. And he asked the scholars what they felt that humans valued most. You know, what skill.
Mm-hmm.
And the guardsmen are like, music, art, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like they went through a handful of guesses.
Right.
The first one was music, but he's sitting there playing like a lute as he's saying all this.
Right.
So, you know, they were sucking up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh yeah, no, that's what they said. They all lied. Nobody wants to say, you know, the ability to gather money to yourself, the ability to impress women.
Right.
You know, but these really are pretty highly valued abilities. The ability to convince other people to do what you want without having to threaten them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's like, but as I was thinking about it, it occurred to me that it's like, well, what was it? Like, creativity is what people want to have be the most important thing. The art, the sciences, you know, all this stuff. This is like humans desire for this to be the thing they value most, even if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's worth something in and of itself. However, if you have one artist come up with a new style of art, and it catches on and people think this is great, and a week and a half later, someone of equal ability, unconnected to this person, comes up with the same thing, they are laughed off as being a pretender.
Mm-hmm.
You can have someone build a building, and then someone else build another building that's similar. Again, completely unconnected, but the one came first, and the other one came later, and the second person is you know, considered to be, you know, stealing from the first.
Right.
You know, so on and so on. So what he determined after some significant thought was that in the end, what humans value most is simple novelty. And usually when I say this to people, like they're like, well, that's a really harsh way of saying it. Like originality might be but it's like, yeah, but you know, novelty really is probably the best descriptor for it.
Yeah. Interesting. Not that far off the mark.
No, it was like, huh. But Wit is his Fizbin character. I don't know what his deal is fully, but he's way more powerful than he's acting like he is. He knows way more than he has any reason to. He's speaking truths and all this other stuff.
Right. So somewhere in this trilogy,
he'll turn out to be some kind of like god or something. Who knows?
Right. So
curses.
One land, but we actually get Planeswalker. We got a mulligan that. We can keep that. It's not great, but it would be if we get 2 more lands. Which is probably asking too much.
Well, you know, we've made it to the finals.
Right.
Time to face plant.
And we are playing El Peter.
So, no, I enjoyed it. like I said, the biggest problem is it's just a little long. Hey, we got our Planeswalker again.
Yeah. I'm just hoping we survive long enough to cast him. And, you know, if you play some flying creature and you're able to kill it. I would love a Traveler's Amulet right now.
Huh. That ain't good.
Nope.
Huh. Come on, deck. You've done really well for us.
Yep. Don't
abandon us now.
Completely. Because, I mean, if we can get to that, then we have some more ramp too. This guy actually, his plus ability is a ramp ability.
How's it work?
You get plus X equal to the number of creatures you control. So since he can make creatures, you can
potentially get quite a lot of mana.
Right. Unfortunately, our opponent hasn't really done anything yet either.
He also has a primary late game deck, apparently.
Second end of turn. Come on, flyer.
Oh, he's playing white.
Mm-hmm.
You might put on a flyer. That's not a flyer.
Now, does he mill himself or does he mill us? Us. And that was the best thing that could possibly happen because we didn't have a land in the next 4 cards.
Nice. I mean, I'm not really happy that we lost all those things, but... So how... Nice. Thanks, dude. I mean, I wish it had been a...
So then the question becomes... We could put this out and make a 2/2 creature, which would then immediately just have to block to his creature.
Right.
I think we're better off putting this out, which could block his creature and can help us kind of start ramping.
Sure.
And if we can get a little bit of protection for this guy, what's it? Exile top 7 cards of your library, put any number of creatures or lands on the battlefield. It's not a bad thing, although if he's milling us, I'm not sure I really want to exile.
I don't know, with as expensive as our creatures are. I mean, doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, could be pretty impressive.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Our guy died. I'm sad.
We don't have another forest, so we can't even cast some of our other creatures. There we go.
Yay.
Now that guy could go crazy.
Go crazy?
Well, if we target him a couple times. We know this Battle Master has some potential.
Oh, yeah.
So in a battle of the Zombie Centaur versus the Centaur Warrior.
I gotta say Centaur Warrior wins.
I agree.
Not
taking the chance.
Oh, damage. Come on, you're not taking the bait? When he has that much mana up, including 1 blue?
Now, since he's blue and white, it does feel like he'd have a
some
flyer.
kind of flyer.
So he must have 2 things that damage us.
Wish we had 1 red.
Oh, wow. Well, he went all in on that, and I'm not sure it was worth it.
So what does the disciple do?
Life equal to devotion to green.
So a couple life.
Yep. Biggest thing is he just used 2 cards, getting rid of one of our cards.
Sure.
And then pretty soon we can start cranking out an army.
No, only one per turn. That's not much of cranking, but
Yes.
slow, heavy crank.
The slow roll of building an army.
All right, what's next?
Yep.
Do it again?
Yeah, that's not good.
What's it do?
Gives lifelink, and then he can take creatures from his graveyard and reanimate them.
Huh. That's not good at all.
And they only get reanimated till end of turn, which is, I guess,
Are they then exiled? Or
yes.
Okay. Get your dead ass out there.
So he'll bring this back and then mill us for 4 more. Oh, and it can only do it at sorcery speed.
Okay.
So that's the other good news to it.
I suppose he might mill himself.
Yeah, he could.
Just to
get more
creatures in the graveyard.
That's probably a better play.
Yeah, this Planeswalker is not working out for us.
The timing just isn't great. But he's down to 1 card. That's good. And he only has 1 creature in his graveyard. So the whip isn't...
Except for that lifelink thing.
Right. Lifelink can keep you alive for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Although if we get a 8/9 asp...
That'll help?
Yes. So maybe do this. Plus it.
And leave 1 red up just to make him paranoid?
Yes. Swing with that again.
What?
I don't think we have any, like, disenchant.
I don't think we ever took a Fade into Antiquity.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So we don't really have an answer to his whip that we could sideboard in, but we may not need it.
Well, I suppose our answer to his whip is killing him before he has a chance to do much of anything with it.
Right. So he's bringing back the centaur here. I think you might be right that he might mill himself. Because otherwise it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him to do it at this point in time. No, he's milling us.
Weird. I mean, annoying. Very annoying.
So, another disciple, another battle master.
Yeah, I think I totally would have milled myself in that case. You have to know.
I wanted to check to make sure that if it died, it would exile and not just go back to his graveyard. I wanted to mill us 4 each turn.
That would be annoying.
Yes. But it's good and gone.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'll attack with these two.
Beat her.
Now he has 2 cards.
Are you gonna blow it up now?
Yeah. Unless if he blocks. Wait and see if he gives me a reason to blow it up. That.
So what does he make?
A 2/2
Hasty Satyr.
Yes. The satyrs hastily thrown together.
Yeah, I saw that Pod People was on Amazon streaming video.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, pod people. Where are you attacking? Yeah, I'm fine with that. And done. That's annoying.
What happened?
Now you cast something with Death Touch.
Huh.
So if we get like our Spark Bolt or something. We also have enough creatures that we can just kind of attack with everything. Except for our Asp.
The Asp is simply too precious.
And I thought he might trade it, but guess not. So if you're going to let it get through, try dealing 2 more damage.
Yeah, well, 10 points is quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. It's getting closer to the point where if he doesn't, play a really good answer, that our so-so creatures will still get him.
That return centaur is surprisingly decent.
Yeah. Okay, the gift of immortality. Let's
Makes him indestructible.
He comes back after he dies.
So it gives him whatever that ability from the second Innistrad set was.
Yes, Undying.
Undying, yeah. Sort of.
Yes. So if I attack with everything, this will die, but he'll either have to trade and take 7. Whatever the case, he should be pretty low on life. Yeah. So he'll get 3.
Mm-hmm. And then it'll go up to 6 if he attacks, which he won't because then he lose immediately.
Right.
Right.
But if he keeps his guys back, he can gain 3 more to go up to 6. But we are going to be able to make another 2/2. So even if he blocks the 5/5 and a 2/2, we'd get through for 6.
Right.
But he had a spell to gain a little life. And
He had a lot of those. That's like his third one, isn't it?
Yeah. Apparently no one was playing Black Life Gain.
Weird.
Which the whip really helps that.
It's my mono Black Life Gain deck. And he's immortal again.
Okay.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it is. Swing with this. He either will lose his creature. Yeah. I should trade that for a token. That seems like a good play. I'll probably use the whip to bring it back, just so he can gain 2 life.
It really comes down to what we draw.
Yeah.
You know, it might be worth it to start plussing with our guy at some point. Because then we could plop down potentially several creatures.
Right. Yeah, we could try to use that to get way ahead. I could also just make the creatures until we have enough that we could
blow through.
Yeah. Because if we're trading a creature every turn for his guy and he's gaining 1 life and we're only dealing 2, then we're not getting very far. I guess on the other side of that, if we get a Spark Bolt,
Lightning Bolt. Yeah. Well,
was it going to sacrifice it to
get land? It's a good plan.
But you don't gain life.
Yeah.
Not sure if life was more important. He probably just wants to be able to have a better chance of drawing
Not
action.
Land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, we'll go for the ultimate. I mean, how often do you get an ultimate here? Planeswalker.
I mean, I don't care, John. I mean, you're ultimately, you know what? You're right. If we put out one, he kills one, he has to blow it. Even if we never attack with our 5/5, like long term, it's an untenable situation for him.
Right. That changes things a little bit.
Yeah. Or does it?
What I like about this.
All right. So how do we have to play this, John?
Well, we have to attack with these two and get him to block.
Okay.
Is he not going to block with the other? No, he is.
All right. I'm curious where this is headed.
Okay. Then we let it resolve. We're going to lose both of our guys. This guy off of that comes back. Then we kill it. On the bottom, we don't really want that. And that way, when this comes back,
It goes on his wall.
there's no creature to attach to. It fizzles. And now he doesn't have an infinite death touching wall.
Nice. And I guess he can make this thing into an attacking creature by spending
Right.
blue and colorless, right?
Yes. So he's going to make his death touch guy come out and attack, and he'll gain 1 life. Obviously, I'm not blocking it. But then next turn, this guy can attack because he doesn't have a wall to throw in the way.
Right.
When are you going to attack? Our goat? Nope.
He doesn't fear the goat.
Not nearly as much as he should. He's down to 9 minutes and we're at 18.
Huh. That's odd.
So this could turn into one of those, like, surprise, we win. So we wouldn't really get ahead if we attacked and then he attacked back with lifelink. So I'm just going for the ultimate.
We'll just hope there's creatures there.
Yeah.
Although, 7 cards? 7 cards out of probably, what, 11?
I'm not saying this is the good play. I'm saying this is the fun play.
Alright. Should we count our graveyard to see whether or not we even have any creatures left?
Ooh. Well, the trample part of that seems fun. I'll wait and see what I could put it on. Okay, so we lose this. Should I cast it, I guess?
I just don't know if there's any creatures left for us to put out using that.
Yeah, is it a good idea? No. Is it
Yeah, you aren't even going to check the graveyard. You're just going to trust.
Oh, but he's going to attack. He doesn't want us to be able to ultimate. We scared him into thinking that we were going to do something bad, so he did something bad. Hmm.
Can we not block him?
If he only attacks with one, we can block him. But so we can return that. Fine, I'm just gonna make an army of 2/2s until the last turn and then attack with all of them. Now he's at 17 life. I mean, I think, is this game 1 still? Yeah. We're winning on time, like
incredibly.
yes.
Like inexplicably.
Yeah. Playing this out is not going to, like, I don't think he's going to be able to kill us short of decking us. And we might not be able to kill him because he's going to have gained so much life. We're attacking our goat again. Oh, attacking me. Do you have
Something?
yes? Oh, okay. You do have something.
What's that do?
Regenerates. Give
Oh,
him +2/+0 and regenerate this creature.
that's annoying.
So that thing's gone.
LDB. But we're basically just doing a holding action, right? Is there even any reason to attack?
Because I want to use this to draw 2 cards.
Oh, okay. Really? Do we really want to draw 2 cards?
We probably don't, but
We're gonna.
yeah. Okay. Sideboard that out. Mental note. So he should attack and kill our planeswalker this turn. Okay, so we get to look at my hand again and see that, hey, there goes the Shredding Winds. So you know you don't have any green creatures.
I'm not sure I still wouldn't take him. I mean, does he have any
Any
flying
flyers? Right.
I mean, I would have totally taken out the. I mean, it depends on my deck.
Yes.
I don't have any green creatures, but Hunt the Hunter actually does have a benefit.
Right. If you don't have any flyers, then yeah.
Shredding Wind is nothing but a load.
Oh, okay. He's maybe gonna win there, not quite. Oh, but there's something else.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, he's just making himself so he can attack.
It's not sold in any store.
So he gets us down to 1. But spends even more time doing that. So if he comes out of the gates just fast and furious in the next game, he could win.
Sure.
But it seems like his deck's kind of control-y.
Well, this does explain why it is that all of his games took for freaking ever.
Yes.
I don't know. The asp was potentially pretty sweet.
Yes.
I mean, having no life is a problem.
And we can't kill his Gray Merchant.
Because otherwise he'll bring him back.
Right. And then we die. So if he attacks with him, we're in better shape because we can chump.
Sure.
If he keeps him back, then we can't attack.
Well, let's be realistic. Attacking, he's got 30 life. Now, if only we had a fireball.
Yeah, no kidding.
What the hell, right?
Yep.
He's not going to be any more of a target.
I like giant creatures.
Well, you could kill his defender at least.
Right. I could get rid of him. We're still not at a point where we would be able to get through and win. But it's a card I'd forgotten that we had. So it makes it a little interesting. But I'm not sure I even want to show him that we have it.
I like the fact that you're playing this seriously. Like it matters.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, we beat people in 3 minutes and however many seconds, so he could technically in the next game.
Sure, except I'm not seeing anything from his deck that would suggest he can.
Right.
I mean, I'm not even seeing... look, he's playing with the freaking unknown whatever.
Oh, there we go. He has a second Gray Merchant. What did we still have coming? Land, land, land?
So yeah, using that ultimate ability would not have helped us.
Yeah, not in that case. Okay. Hunt the Hunter and Shredding Winds could be replaced by Rage and Fleetweather Sandal.
Well, he doesn't seem to have any flyers.
Yep. We could splash white so we could destroy his whip. But
that seems very... Yeah. He's got 3 minutes. All we have to do is fight a holding pattern.
Right.
For 3 of his minutes.
And he had to mulligan to 5 cards. 4
cards. 3 cards? Forfeit.
Concede the game. Well played on his part. I mean, he knows.
If he doesn't win, if he doesn't have the winning hand right away, it's over.
It's not a great, but we're on the draw. And I think if we get an Nessie and Ass down, that'll be a hard thing for him to deal with. Mostly we have 3 land, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Damn you and your amulet.
Damulet?
Damulet. .com.
.com. Damulet.com. I don't know what it is, but it's like, I don't know. You give it to people and it sends them to hell. Or at least like it's like you saying go to hell, but it's like a present.
Right.
So it's for all your frenemies.
Send your frenemy.
Send your frenemies a Damulet. 1212 Portmanteau Drive.
That seems like a good thing to kill if we ever get a chance. Time to feed.
He's toast.
Yeah. We have enough action that he's not going to be able to kill us in a minute and 30 seconds.
I mean, I'm not usually about winning by time. I mean, I'd much rather just kill the dude.
Right.
But what was this guy doing? How do we have almost 15 minutes left?
Well, those are pretty good cards to lose. Yeah, I know. I didn't feel like it was like we were waiting for him that much.
Did he like swear at his opponent a lot in the last one? Get docked 10 minutes? Which would be a fantastic dynamic.
Yes, it would. Okay. I just really want to get to a point where we have enough devotion to make that a creature. Like that could be our moral victory.
I don't think we have time. Okay, we are on his clock to get this done, John.
Right. Can't we auto yield for him? You don't have time to think.
Ain't got time to bleed. Yeah, it's over. I mean, you know what? This is how he got this low.
Right.
Yup. Well, it was a slightly ignominious end, but we totally crushed in the first 2.
Yeah. And if we had been approaching that last game with like killer instinct, I think we would have won the game 1. But it was much more of like a, let's keep playing. We're gonna win on time anyway. So, well, there you go. That's
We
how
won.
it's done.
No Bob shows up.
Yep.
No Nick.
Suddenly we're successful.
Suddenly we do well.
Yeah.
It happened last time too.
Yeah. It's a trend.
It is. Huh.
Not really a surprising one at that.
No. Apparently Bob is a millstone tied about our necks.
Yep.
It's not news.
Yeah, I don't think that's overstating it.
No, not at all.
No.
Especially since Bob loves millstones.
Yeah.
I mean, if he could have one around his neck at all times, he would.
Well, so he won't be here next week, and I have no idea whether we will be here next week, but we'll do something.
Yeah.
Adios.